Yo, 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 yo. What's good, everybody? This is Before You Watch, spoiler-free reviews. And I am your host, the one and only Abwon. If this is your first time tuning in, every review is spoiler-free. It does not matter what network it's on. Before, I used to do movies, in the theaters. But since the COVID, everything is on streaming platforms right now, so that's why the reviews are slowing up. There's so much content on so many platforms, I can't get to all of them. If you want me to review a series, it cannot be something extravagantly long, like 5 seasons, because you ain't never gonna get that. So my last review was for Coming to America, the sequel. That's on Amazon Prime. And my review this time is for Them, a series also on Amazon Prime. It's crazy because nobody used to watch Amazon Prime shows before. They used to watch that show, The Boys, and then maybe like a couple other shows. But now they're like really ramping up their programming. Let's talk about Them, the #1 show on Amazon Prime right now, which is probably like the only show people know about. But Them has gotten a lot of attention, and rightfully so. Quick synopsis here. It's about the Great Migration. When black folks were leaving the Jim Crow South. So a black family moves to a suburban white Compton. Crazy, right? So before I jump into the review, let me just say this first about the show Them in general, because a lot of people do not know this. Them is an anthology show, just like how American Horror Story is, where it all has like the same premise, but every season is different. The Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, every episode is its own episode. It's directed by somebody else, produced by somebody else, but it all falls into this same like realm. Them is the same thing. It's just about terror in America. This season just so happens to be about black folks being terrorized by white folks. So the next season could be about Native Americans. You'll never know what it could be about. First and foremost, this show really needs to be called High Anxiety, because every second of every episode, your anxiety is going to be through the roof, because some foolery is going to happen. Like, I'm sorry, you just know some foolery is going to happen. The racism is at an all-time high, and I've seen folks say, oh, I can't watch this, it's too triggering, or, this is trauma porn. And I've said to them, if you can't watch this because it's too quote-unquote triggering, imagine having to live through it. This ain't no fantasy. This ain't Transformers. This is real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Emmett Till, that's a real story. Those things happened. People being hanged, people being burnt alive, slavery, all of that shit. It's real life. It's real life. Imagine having to deal with that shit every day, and all you're trying to do is just live a good life for yourself and your family. And y'all can't watch this? Now, the show itself, in terms of its triggers, I've seen a lot worse. There's only one episode that actually made me do a double take, and that's episode 5. Everybody that's seen the show knows exactly what episode I'm talking about. The people that are watching the show now, they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention anything else, but after I watched that episode, I had to turn the TV off and take a walk. And I thought to myself, I said, I know this is a TV show that I'm watching, and I know, this had to be shown for storyline purposes, but it's baffling that shit like that, horrific shit like that, has went on in this country, and it's still going on in this country, and we still see things now in the digital age on camera. Not that particular situation, but we still see a lot of injustices on camera, and motherfuckers still got the nerve to sit here and make excuses for it. I just can't. Anyway, with all that being said, honestly, I think all of the triggers in the show makes for the realism of the show. It adds to the grittiness of the show, because when you finish the season, I felt so relieved, like, oh my god, I'm done. The show touches on so many areas of racism, and it's not just like, it's a white person calling a black person some sort of derogatory term. Nah, it shows racism and bigotry in the workplace, colorism, systematic racism in terms of housing. It even had a creative way to show generational racism. It's very twisted. The way they shot it, the cinematography is amazing. The way they shot it, it could be a scene with just two people talking about milk. And the way they shoot it, you just know something just isn't right. And I just loved it. I loved it from beginning to end. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, this show, it looks so good. The acting is top notch. Not one actor in the show did a poor job. Everybody on the show, even if they had 3 lines, you would be like, yo, I remember that guy. I remember that one guy. Now, I do have an issue with shows like this sometimes because I feel like a lot of the white actors kind of get too into character. And I understand that you're an actor, an actress, you know, whatever. But I had a conversation with someone one day and I said, so do you feel like shows like this that like the cast hangs out together? Because it's like you're calling me all types of derogatory terms all season, like, and you're really in character. Like, you're laughing at these racist jokes a little too hard. There's a lot of character development in this show. Every character has their own backstory, whether you're a colored person or a Caucasian person. There's no filler at all. Every second of every episode matters. Everything that you see, from the mannerisms, everything matters. It's just, the show is just wonderfully done. I thought it was going to be predictable. Some things you can predict to some degree, but nothing that hinders the progression of the story. Everything was just so well done. And how ironic is it that one of the daughters on the Black family is also in the movie Us, and now she's in a show called Them, and it's pretty much almost on the same premise. It's crazy. The one thing I did not like, there was one character I felt I wanted to see a little bit more on his story. I feel like it kind of ended abruptly. And, you know, some folks did say that they felt the final episode, the season finale, was a little, you know, underwhelming. I don't think it was, because I felt it was open to interpretation, but it also showed a lot of growth with the characters and answered a lot of questions. However, I do understand why they feel that way, because I honestly felt if it went an entire different direction, that I would have been completely okay with it. And I'm not going to say what direction I mean, because it'll give too much away, but the folks that watch the show know exactly what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, I just want to say this. The young girl that plays the young girl, she plays the daughter, Gracie Jean. She's amazing. She's going to be a great actress if she sticks with it when she gets older. She's somebody to watch. She did her thing. This show is great, man. The show is great. It's the bingeability is high because there's only 10 episodes. Every episode's like 30 minutes. But due to the subject matter, it can be a little difficult to binge it. And I don't hold that against anybody. You know what I'm saying? I would watch like 2 episodes and I would go like a day, 2 days, and then I'd go back to watching it because I just needed a break. I was like, yo, I need something lighthearted. Like, let me throw on A Different World. Let me throw on X-Files. Let me watch some basketball highlights. Like, I just need something lighthearted right now before I get back into this. But I knew I had to finish it because I told everybody I was going to review it. A lot of people asked me about it, so here you go. I'm going to give this show... I'm going to give this show a 9. I'm going to give it a 9. At first, I was battling with myself like, 9 is a little high, but I'm going to give this show a 9. I'm really excited to see where they go with the second season in terms of the content, the topic. It could be something completely left field that we never thought about, but, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, I give it a 9. I'm rambling right now. This video is at 12 minutes. I'm definitely going to cut it down to like 7 or 8, so... it is what it is. I give it a 9. Make sure you check it out. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell because I got a whole bunch of interviews and stuff coming out. Some more reviews coming out. You know what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Let me know what you thought, and I'll be back. Peace.